Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Let's take another look behind the scenes of how I shoot corporate video, talking head sit-down interviews. So as you can see, we are filming in a rather small, cramped boardroom for this corporate client. This is not an unusual setting for any of these things because it's probably usually the best location for these types of things when you're working in the corporate industry. Luckily, I came in and scouted this location a couple of weeks before. This is a video I've been working on for a couple of weeks now. We shot all the B-roll already. The client knew we were gonna do interviews like this, so I said, where are we gonna film it? And she was like, let's go take a look at some locations around their building. We opted for the boardroom because one, it was private. Two, it had some depth and color, and we could move things around. And had plenty of outlets. So I knew it had everything I needed to sort of get the job done. And that was one of the benefits of having the ability to scout. Sometimes I'm just on shoots, I'm like show up and like go film, and I'm like, oh god. So it's nice to have that pre-production, that prep built in. So it made life so much easier. And especially since we had the client who had a very quick, small window to do the interview. You know, a lot of these corporate clients are very busy. They only can give up 20 minutes, a half an hour. So you need to be prepped and ready to go. So on this one, I was able to bring in my buddy Henry to work for me the day. So he was able to help me, move the gear faster, sit in for me, pre-light. So that way when the CEO shows up, all we gotta do is mic him, shake his hand, and then we off. There's my buddy Henry Slayton. And that's kind of the idea what we had for a shot. It was a 2-camera operation. And let me show you how I lit this thing. So we're doing a second setup here. In here we have, before we were kind of the cameras are over in this area here. There's a different video, so if you can see the room here, and we can't move this table. Very few options to make it look good. So we switched it up, and we're kind of going. We talked about to the client what the vibe of the video is. It's more of a to an audience sort of perspective. So I'm shooting it dead on with my A camera on the FX6. I'm changing something up that I'm wanted to do. I don't know if it's risky or not, but I'm breaking out the SLR Magic Cine lenses. Haven't tried them on the FX6 yet. So we're shooting this on a 50. It's about like between a 2 and a 2.8 split. Might adjust it accordingly. Have the ND on to sort of not blow out the background. Looks really cool. We'll see how it is with focus. And that's going to be the A camera. B camera, I was going to keep my Tamron on there just for the autofocus because we're zooming in, but I decided to go with the 75 1.5 SLR Magic lens and kind of going for like an offset look. And I could always crop in post too if I need a tighter shot, but A camera is kind of the hero camera on this. B is just for backup and to make my edits smoother. For lighting, key light is the 300D, aperture 300D, softbox. I have the Amaron tube light over there. I think it's a T22. Again, I don't remember names. And then just for like an ambience fill light, the 60X on these little diffusion filter covers. This thing I want to show too is pretty cool over here. Instead of sandbags, I got this weighted clamp thing, and I saw it on a YouTube channel from one of you guys. I forget who it was, but just kidding. I completely remembered. It was the great and wonderful John Waldman. Love his channel. Big shout out to John Waldman. Thanks for the tip. Saw this in one of your videos. I'm like, yup, need that, gotta have it. So thanks for the tip. I saw it and I was like, that is genius. Sennheiser mic, boom, off here, grid, and then I convinced my friend Henry to come and help me out today because I'm getting old and there's a lot of gear. He's a man of... Oh, it's going to get me flagged on YouTube. Yeah, so this section that we're shooting, how it's straight on, it's not the preferred way I would do an interview unless it's what the client wants. In this case, is what the client wanted. This is for a different video completely. It actually had to do with AI. So the company was going to do an internal video for an awards night, and they saw this new AI company do sort of like a fun, goofy thing with their employees. So they're like, what if there was kind of a surprise too for the company? They said like, what if we did it? So I was like, okay, great. And the instructions were shoot the person straight on, evenly lit, no crazy hand movements, and they had to talk continuously for 2 minutes, which was almost impossible for some of these people. So I was like, and like, what do I say? And I'm like, talk about your favorite movie. And then one person like described their whole favorite movie in 2 minutes, nonstop. It was really cool. And so it was kind of fun to be like, there's no wrong answer here. You just had to keep yapping. Um, Fascinating AI stuff. And then also the good thing is they had to do consent forms, like they had to verbalize their consent. So that was it's really cool how AI companies are now sort of protecting the people that do it. Like I'm giving you my consent to do the things. I'm not giving you the consent. Some people straight up are like, no, I don't want to do it. So it was interesting how to shoot for that. And yeah, it was like I said, this was a pretty seamless shoot, very fast. And now I'm gonna show you kind of a few of the clips of what it looks like. Check this out. And here's some of the sample footage graded for the final video. The close-up is the A7IV on a 70 to 180, and the wide is on the FX6 on a 20 to 70. And I noticed in the edit, when I was editing, the close-up was the mostly used shot. So I wonder, and I ask you guys, when you shoot these for like the edit, do you use your FX6 or the more expensive camera with, as your A camera, like the close up, or do you use it for the wide? I mean, both look great, and it's hard to tell which is which. So I guess it doesn't really matter if it looks the same. But yeah, and this is the using the room we have, like a little bit of depth there. Couldn't really go that much of an angle. ND filters to help balance the background so the back wasn't blowing out. Overall, I thought this really looked well, and I mean, it looked great. And the client was very happy. So, at the end of the day, that's what truly matters. So. So yeah, that's how I usually handle these corporate video shoots. You make the best of the limited location. You communicate with your clients and you show them and you kind of hold their hand every step of the way. That way, there's no surprises. So I gotta say, I'm very proud of how this one came out. The edit was really good. To the fact that the client was like, "We love what you did. We want to keep working with you." So just a testament of good work makes more good work. It brings in more clients. It brings in more revenue. So just do your best. I gotta say, I am loving doing these vlogs. I'm trying to pump them out as fast as I can, but sometimes, the real work has to take the forefront. But I truly love sharing these with you guys. I love watching your vlogs. I'm learning so much. And I just love having this as a little document of what I would do better the next time. Even though I'm happy with how this one came out, I'm watching it and I'm explaining it. And I'm like, oh, I would have maybe, turned the light down a little bit, or would have moved it over, or framed it up a little bit differently. So it's a really good way to sort of track your progress as a videographer, because I'm always learning, I'm always growing, and I'm never truly satisfied. I always want to do better than I did the last time. So this has been a great exercise in that. So again, thank you for all the support. I know I'm a tiny channel, but hey, it is what it is, and I love sharing my journey with you guys, and I look forward to showing off in the next one. And there's my butt. And on that note, I guess we'll wrap this one up. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know in the comments, and we'll talk to you soon.